Hey guys, it's Ben from Idiots Play Games, and today I've got Dean with me. Welcoming everyone to set 3. And yeah, today we've got Mecha Frieza on our right. I'm not sure what build he's playing, and we've got Dr. Mew on our left.
Bit of a fun deck.
Yeah, well, he was like, you can call it fun, but it was actually topping for the day. Went undefeated. This is like the feature match for the day, like 9 points and 9 points. So it's really weird to see this. Like today I was trying to play something different. I was playing like mono blue Vegeta. It went pretty well. I just was playing it completely wrong. So yeah, if you guys don't know what Dr. Mew does or Miyu does, he can drop a 5k machine mutant from hand, and they've got like 2 targets, but they max out on those, and pretty much both of them draw in a way. So it's a very like draw efficient deck, being able to like drop 2 draws in the first turn. So it's very like control-y, very anti-aggro, because it just gets that extra pressure in by late game. So he's just dropped his Nat for turn, which will search out a Bizu, which is a 10-drop one. Oh, like a 10k one. And he might pass for turn from there, most probably. So yeah, this format's been going alright so far. Only Mecha Freeze's taken over the format a little bit.
Only a little.
Only a little, just making everyone's day hard. And he's played Planet M2. So this card is an activate battle. You can neg something by 5k for the duration of the battle. And when it comes into play, if your leader is a machine mutant, which Miyu is, you draw a card. So here we go with the shenanigans for Mecha Frieza. So it looks like he is just playing the standard Planet Vegeta, like big monkey build. So he's played Planet Vegeta for free, just taken the life, and he searched out the promo Vegeta, the Dash Pack one. And I think that is when that comes into the field. Look at the top 3, add a Saiyan, and then dump the rest. So yeah, it's kind of like control versus a later control, and I really hope we get to see something out of this, because this deck should technically like be able to like handle with it a lot.
Hmm.
So it looks like he just used that. So he's swinging with Dr. Miyu for leader. He's going to neg him, and he's just going to take the life. I'm not sure if you should be swinging at Mecha Frieza. Maybe a little bit. Like, just so all those extra cards become really dead in hand. But, yeah, as far as that goes, that's just one of the ways to play around Mecha Frieza. So he's played another Nat for turn, which will search out that other Bizu. It looks like he's just going to be using him for mana, really. Unless he awakens, which on the other side he gets to drop those for free as well.
So in theory, Mecha Frieza should wipe the floor with this.
No, I think it's the exact opposite. Mecha Freeze doesn't play a lot of removal. They kind of rely on, being able to just swing everything down. But at the same time, it's like, well, it's a control deck versus a later control deck. And the later control deck, of course, is Dr. Miyu. Which, like, when you look at it, it's like, oh, this deck's really bad. But once you actually start playing it a little, it actually is not that bad at all. Because the amount of draw support it has, it's like playing, like starter deck Goku, but without the untapping, which you don't need to do because you're just dropping and drawing everything.
Well, we got the Awaken.
Yeah, yeah. So, already awakened, turn 2. He's probably going to play maybe something like Objection, maybe, just so he gets that extra mana down. But he could swing in Shigesh and bring out that just the Vegeta. Well, yeah, King Vegeta, which will search out all of his other combo pieces. No, he's just going for March. So he'll play it for 2 mana. He'll play 2 beaters. So he'll use to draw 2 off March, and then look at the top 3. Add a Saiyan to hand. And if you don't know, that Vegeta is a blocker, same as Tora, which is the other one. And Vegeta has critical built into him. And with Planet Vegeta, of course, Planet Vegeta will stand all the monkeys the end of the turn. And it's just past the turn. So going on to turn 3 now, you know, looks like Johnny isn't playing a objection build. It looks like he's just going for more of a control build.
Taking his time.
Yeah. So this one's Nezi. Nezi is like a it's got a union absorb. Choose one each of Bizu and Ribbit from your hand or battle area. Choose up to one Super Sigma from your deck. Place it on top of this card, then shuffle your deck. And then when you play this card, you get to add a nat, so like the 1-drop again to hand. So it's like very like recycly.
Yeah, it definitely keeps that rolling again.
Like
and again.
who knows how good it is? I'm not even sure like how that little engine works. But just like having that little engine just to like draw everything out is just good enough by itself. But it looks like he's just passed for turn. And looks like he's just going a straight swing with Vegeta first. So he hasn't negated anything. It doesn't look like he'd be able to negate. He has nothing in hand for it. Like he's playing, looks like he's playing just mono red, which I'm not sure how I feel about. You know, you could just splash some blue in there. So yep, here's the Shigesh. The Shigesh will bring out King Vegeta, and before anything from here resolves, like any other combos, the effects of Shigesh and King Vegeta have to come out first. So he searched a Prince Vegeta, and probably this turn he's going to evolve that King Vegeta over into like the Supreme Defense one, which gives all of his other yellow Saiyans on his field barrier.
Because if he needed another way to keep all of that in play.
Yeah, well, he does. And looks like he's just going to bring out a Mars Saiyan and warp all that extra advantage. Maybe that's probably a huge downside for this deck. The fact that, you know, he has to, like, neg everything down. Like, it's easily to neg him down if he's just versing, like, Kales or Mars Saiyans.
Mars Saiyan done a really good job considering it's a lot of low-cost cards on the field.
He specifically didn't swing him as well because, like, he just wants to keep him at 4 life. So here comes the Bizu. The Bizu will search out the Nezi. The Nezi? No, Ribbit. And Ribbit's the one that searches out the Nezi. Now if he was awakened, he could easily just drop that on the field.
Got to admit, Johnny's playing very reserved still, even though...
Yeah, for monkeys.
Yeah.
It's actually saying something.
Probably being very cautious, seeing as though this deck hasn't been seen much.
Yeah, not at all. I'd still play like really defensively against this deck, but like that's where I feel like you'd lose if you're just trying to play defensively against this, because this will get you in the late game. Like with all the the general Rildos and everything, because they've just got massive board wipes. So it looks like he's just passed for turn on that.
With this stage, it doesn't look like there's much that can really take Johnny by surprise. You've got a lot of high-cost cards in the battlefield. They've all got barrier.
Yeah.
So
the only real way is just to push through everything, because they can only like block twice per turn, like in the earlier stages. And with that, you know, that King Vegeta on the field now, it's pretty strong now that they all do have barrier. And he's just passed for turn.
Really? So he's dealing critical.
Yeah. Well, the Vegeta, like the Prince Vegeta deals critical. Like a lot of people play the promo Bardock, but he probably just doesn't have a promo Bardock, and that one deals double strike. And the King Vegeta deals double strike, but the King Vegeta doesn't have blocker. So it's going to pay 2 for Nezi, or pay 3. It's going to chuck him under him. And Super Sigma. So Super Sigma is a 20k double strike. You can activate main, place this card in your drop area, draw 2 cards, then you can choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards, which there's nothing you can choose because they all have barrier, and loses 10k. Really what he should have done is just swung with the small things first, just to get all those blockers out. But that's just a personal opinion, of course.
Yeah, it looks pretty daunting coming up against all those apes. Like,
Yeah.
his hand size has shrunk.
Yeah. Like the
Johnny's looking pretty good. I mean, he's got half his deck in his hand.
Yeah.
Everything's untapped.
And he's just dropped, what's it called? I think its name is Dr. Miyu under baby's control. And that will just search the top 3 and add, like, it's the Gowasu for the deck, but it's a good Gowasu because it's Gowasu for free. So just like starter deck Goku would, like, you know, starter deck Goku, like, has to swing, while this one just plays it for free. And the second one comes down as well.
So,
it's good because, like, it also searches the 10k combos as well.
So he's got no way to self-awaken, obviously.
No, not really. It's just really, like, you know, control until the point where they need to, like, start swinging you down. And it's really good because, like, he can swing for leader and just use M1 to, like, neg down his opponent. Because he's really just, like, if his leader just takes, 5k less. Like, oh, he can use M1 to make his lead 5k less. So he's like an unawakened leader. Swinging into like an awakened leader and still doing damage. But, of course, he's just going to use his blockers to block everything. And he's passed for turn, so now it's on Johnny's 5th turn.
And for every single turn he has while he's awoke, like, he's gaining more and more hand advantage.
Yeah.
It's just turn after turn.
So he's played another March and dropped 2 Vegetas. I really think he doesn't really have a huge chance from here. Like, it's a bit of a letdown that, you know, I expected so much from this deck. Like, from what I saw, like, I was seeing it today where he, like, took control of someone's, like, Hyper Evolution Super Saiyan Blue Vegito, and, like, that was so nut just to see on his side of the field.
Yeah, probably doesn't help that Johnny is really experienced with Mecha. He knows what he's doing, and he's making really good choices. Like, he's getting stomped.
Yeah, yeah. But oh well, you know, that's just how it is with that deck.
Yes. I think the only way to, like, really beat it is to take advantage of the fact that they've knocked themselves down to 2 life.
Yeah.
You got to get through those monkeys early as you can.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, everything that's big, they can just call Bloodlust anyways.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we saw straight away. I mean, he had one in hand right at the beginning of the game. Felt comfortable enough to, like, chuck one down as mana, so...
Yeah. So it's just swung him, it's just awakened off that. Just use one of those mind-controlled. This is probably where his 10k combos are going to come down. Not sure what interaction it was just there. It's just chipping him down. There's not much you can do against all these Vegetas that swing for critical 20k.
Yeah, the lack of hand advantage from not awakening plus the criticals is, like, really paid off for Johnny.
Yeah. Like, those monkeys, like, you know, being able to curve them out like turn 2, turn 3, it's just insane. Especially that he has 3 on field. Because, like, one of the ways you deal with his deck is just swing into everything. Like, you know, try and swing the leader as much as you can. But the thing is, like, they're just, like, it's really hard just to kill them all out. Like, you know, they're huge, thick blockers that you can't get rid of with anything because they can't be chosen, they can't be, like, wiped at all.
Even without barrier, that many monkeys is difficult to get rid of, and then they've got barrier.
And it's just comboing over the top of that, swinging with his Tora. He'll probably take that because, you know, that's not dealing critical.
Yeah.
Also on top of that, the Great Saiyan, like the big monkey, King Vegeta, he makes all your Saiyans cost 1 less in hand to combo with.
Oh wow.
So like, I know there's this like new red GT Goku card that when you combo with this card you draw a card. So it's like a free 10k once you have it on the field.
Hmm.
But yeah. So he's got what, 4 blockers on the field? So it's 4 huge things that you just have to push through. And I don't think this deck can actually really push through that much.
Yeah, so unfortunately his main strategy was to like drop a bunch of low level and just go a lot of small attacks. And that Mars Saiyan literally just sent him back 4 or 5 turns.
Yeah, yeah. So here he's played hidden ability General Rildo. So that's off the ability of Sigma. Choose one of each of Nezzy, Nat, and Bizu and Ribbit from your drop area. Place them under this card. Then choose one General Rildo with 2500 power from your deck and place it on top of this card. Then shuffle your deck. So this card, this card's really insane card. It negs everything by 10k on the field, and then it can choose something that has 10k or less, and pop it. But the thing is, it's really bad because, you know. Oh, also on top of that, if it has less than 10k, like if it's like ends up having 0 on the field, that everything dies.
That's interesting.
Yeah. But look, he's only got 1 out so far, so like it's really good when you can pull 2 out on the same turn, and the fact that you have to use the choose ability while everything has barrier on his side of the field just makes the deck just that little lackluster. Especially now that he has pass for turn. And if you ask me, I don't think he'd be taking this turn at all. I'd probably just take that single strike. Because now he's just going to swing with, like, you know, double strike or, like, critical.
Got to admit, he's doing really well to hold out as long as he has, eh? Like,
well, he had that extra draw support, like, in the early game. So it just feels like, you know, it's doing what it's meant to do, but it's just not doing it just well enough.
Yeah, the monkeys come out a bit too strong and a bit too fast.
Yeah. Like, maybe we'll find a way to, like play around it. I feel like just playing, like, straight aggro is the, like, exact, like, counter to this deck. Like, going back to, like, Vegeta.
Take advantage of them taking their own life and just push through it as early as possible.
Yeah, just like Peter Katani. Peter Katani topped with, like, Marseille the other day. Because, you know, everyone was playing, like, Vegeta decks and everything. And being able to, like, swing with critical, it's insane. And he's just swinging with leader now. He's completely tapped out. If he just puts one thing down, he's just going to lose. Unless he has 10k combos.
Crazy thing is you look at Johnny's hand, even then he had more to work with.
Yeah.
Like, he was never even close to losing.
No, not at all. But yeah, you know, that's it for the video. Like, I thought we were going to see a bit more out of this, you know.
Well, they did make it to the top round, so yeah, it's not a stretch.
Like, from what I was seeing from this player, you know, it was really good. But yeah, that's it for the video, guys. We'll see you guys in the next video. You know, we've got a few more deck profiles coming. But yeah, see you guys in the next one. See ya.